It is bitter cold outside, but someone who's not necessarily a stranger to the bitter cold and some snow is our field correspondent, Spencer Tober. That's because he's lived in some pretty cold, pretty snowy places, including one of the snowiest, scariest, in my opinion, places I've ever been, which is Buffalo, New York. Man, can it snow there. So don't worry, I don't think we have it as bad as Buffalo. We're not expecting it as bad as Buffalo coming up with the winter weather coming our way soon. But, you know, if you're going to be driving, we still want to give you some safety tips. Now, we are no experts here on CoastLife. We know that, you know that. So we did go work on AAA's website. They put out some really great tips and just ways to prepare your car, ways to stay safe for any winter weather that is coming our way. So to explain a little bit more about what we found with AAA, we do have Spencer. He just backed in the CoastLife car. So let's go see what's going on. And if we can help you, coming up tomorrow with the winter weather Paul's been letting us know all about.
Yeah,
all right.
Paige, come on over here. So I'm right in the middle right now of, just turning all the cars around in the Coast TV's fleet. This is actually going to be one of the first things that you can do before a storm, before some bad, weather coming. You're going to want to make sure that you can pull your car out going forward, right? If you've got snow and ice that you're going to be dealing with, the first thing that you're going to want to do is just make sure you can just pull straight and out right out of it.
Yep, definitely. That was one thing that my dad taught me, so I got to give him a shout out. That's always been helpful advice.
Another really simple one is going to be just flipping up the windshield wipers. The cold, the water, the ice coming in is going to freeze your windshield wipers to your car. So this is going to be a great way to be able to use them when you have to actually get out on the road.
All right, what else does AAA have for us to keep us safe?
So if you guys follow me, Paige, you're going to want to keep some supplies in the car. All right, God forbid you do get stranded or stuck in some snow. I've actually prepared some of the stuff I've been keeping in my own car. Now, this is not going to be, a mandatory one, but this is one for me. I've got some snow chains from my time in Colorado, Montana. This will definitely give you some of that traction that you do need to get over some almost impassable roads. We also have, well, you're gonna want maybe a little something bigger, but if you can't fit in your car, this little trench shovel has helped me tremendously over the last couple of years, not just with snow, but with mud and any kind of situation that you're stuck in. All right, so this will definitely help you dig out. All right, and this next one, some emergency tools, okay? We're talking jumper cables. For you, you're gonna want a car phone charger. All right, so to be able to keep in touch with emergency services and friends and family. All right. Oh. Now, in addition to some tools, you're gonna want extra blankets, jackets. Right here, I've got some really good waterproofed or water repellent stuff. So if you need to get out of the car for any reason, you're not gonna be in too bad shape. Now, unfortunately, because of everyone needing a little bit of help from AAA or from any kind of emergency service, there's going to be a little delay, unfortunately, all right, before they can get to you in the worst case scenario. So I actually keep a sleeping bag in my car. Oh. Now, of course, some extra water for sure, some non-perishable snacks. Nothing that you have to cook, nothing that you have to, take a while to prepare.
All right, so all good tips here, definitely. And don't forget, guys, if you just go on AAA's website and search something like, snow driving tips or preparing your car, they have a lot of really great tips to help you have some reminders. But there is something you wanted to show us too, Spencer.
Yes, so with a little more snow falling, tonight, even after the snow is done falling, the danger on the road is still present. I actually wanted to bring you and Delmarva on, just a little up the road where I have a great example of some snowdrift.
Let's do it. All right, we made our way down some back roads, and if you probably have driven at all during this last week, not all the back roads are super plowed. And Spencer, you were telling us too that you noticed a lot of snowdrift on a lot of roads.
Yes, so this is actually a road that's been plowed, but because of the wind, just blowing the snow that's already been dropped, it's blowing it right back onto the road, and then that'll melt, freeze, creating, almost just as bad as conditions as during the storm on the road itself.
Yeah, there's some thick ice that we're standing on. One of us almost tripped. I won't say who. Don't worry, I won't out anybody. But yeah, definitely it's super dangerous to drive on and walk on.
But, the important thing is to stay calm too. Don't be going too fast to start with.
Yeah.
So in the unlikely or very likely event in some storms that you do lose control, you're not going to be, going off too hard, too fast.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely good advice. Definitely just take it slow if you're ever not sure. That's the best way to go about it. And I guess really limit your time on the roads this week if you're not sure, because if you are not comfortable driving in the snow, nothing to be embarrassed about. It can be a tricky thing if you don't have experience.
AAA actually also recommends, just letting people know, friends, family, coworkers, know which roads you're taking. So if you don't end up at your destination, you can at least get some sense of where your friend, your family is. Another good one is probably going to be just take the main roads. Those are going to be the first ones that are getting taken care of by DelDOT, by emergency services. And of course, the 2-second rule for following cars, right? This is going to be more of like a 6 to 10 second situation. You're going to want 6 to 10 seconds behind a car. A good way to do that is use a tree, use a signpost that's passing the car, or the car in front of you is passing, and then just count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi until you pass that yourself. And that'll be a good, count of how far you are from the car in front of you. Yep,
all that good stuff you learned in driving school applies even more with snow on the road. So take it easy, you guys, and be careful this weekend, and just cuddle up, maybe stay inside if you can. But we have some more Coast Life coming your way. Hopefully this was helpful, you guys, but we are going to be back in just a little bit.